There we are. Yeah, you're there. 100%.
We are?
100%, man.
Hey,
Yeah,
all
you're
right.
live, man. You're live. All right. So tell us about you, man. I know you, of course. I bumped into you quite a bit here at a lot of the crypto events, man. You're a crypto head like me. And
That's right.
so,
So yeah, I'll start with kind of how I guess I'll start from Vietnam because I moved to Vietnam 9 months ago
okay.
to start Open World. I moved here from Texas, where I was living, and I met my co-founder Tree in Austin. We're both doing crypto stuff, but mostly as like kind of independent things. And then I invested into the product, and then I decided to join it as a builder along with the rest of the team. And basically, what we were doing, what Tree and I were doing,
Okay.
as on our own as crypto investors, like you and like a lot of people do, is we basically go look for the best way to get yield in the market, right? So we were staked in a bunch of different places. We were investing in a bunch of different DeFi protocols, a bunch of different dexes through liquidity pools. Of course, a little bit of trading, although kind of we didn't do too much of that. But the idea is we just learned the market. We were trying to figure out the best way to get yield, and kind of a big alpha when it comes to getting good returns was liquidity pools. And liquidity pools are basically how DEXs or decentralized exchanges work, right? And so you provide liquidity, you provide two tokens that trade against each other, and as they balance out, you, the liquidity provider, earns yield from that. No, the challenge of doing that is that it is a bit of a challenge to figure out how to make money off of it, because if you just go to the DEX and you sort by APR, you're gonna see some liquidity pools that are like 1,000% APR or something like that, and you're like, oh, maybe I'll throw some money in there, and then you come back the next day and you have half the money, and you're like, where did it all go?
Oh, yeah.
And it's because of kind of the APR that's shown in the DEXs isn't quite accurate, and it's based on how the market moves on a day-to-day basis. So so that's kind of how the problem that we were trying to solve then is, as experienced investors, we knew how to optimize that aspect of which liquidity pools to invest in, how to optimize them to stay in range, etc. And we basically built the product around that. So that's a little bit of like the background of how I ended up in Vietnam.
Nice. Now you sound like you have like a traditional investing background or a traditional finance background. Did you come from that background, or you just jumped into
No, not at
crypto?
all. My co-founder Tree did. He was
Okay.
an he was in investment banking for many years prior, and he's been an entrepreneur as well. My background is in data analytics, data visualization, machine learning,
Oh, okay.
project management, mostly in IT, and then a lot in kind of performance metrics in kind of development world. I was a Peace Corps volunteer in Africa for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
And then when I came back from that, I went to work in Washington D.C. Doing research all throughout Africa for many years, and so I have
Oh,
that's a
wow.
little bit of my background. So it's not finance related, but I did get into Bitcoin in 2017. Started out like everyone else, just buying some Bitcoin, seeing it go up, buying some more, and then kind of spreading out from there.
And watching it crash in 2018, right?
That's right. I wrote it all the way down.
I actually didn't get involved in this last cycle until 2020, and yeah, I wrote it. I wrote most of the way down too. So yeah, thank God it's going back up. But yeah, you're like a lot of people, like myself. It sounds like you don't have an IT background, so you felt a little bit more comfortable with the technology and jumping in. And
Yeah, and something that I've noticed is that uh, so like you and I are old enough to remember kind of
hey,
the internet becoming a thing.
speak for yourself.
Uh,
I'm just
but you
playing.
know what I mean.
I know
Yeah,
what you
but you
mean.
know what I mean. The
Yeah.
internet was a thing that didn't exist, and now it's like so prevalent in all of our
Oh
lives.
yeah.
But I remember a time when you would just go outside and play with your friends, and then you come home a little bit before dark and have dinner, and you don't look at your phone or look at the screen. You watch whatever the whole family's watching on the TV.
Yeah.
You know, just a different world. And when the internet came, I was still in high school, middle school, and I remember thinking like, oh wow, like this is awesome.
Oh yeah.
And then as I got older, both in high school and then in college, like all of the young people, all the energy, a lot of innovation, all the creative thinking was going into how do we take this internet thing and really make it a big thing. And that's kind of the energy that I felt around crypto, both in 2017, and it still has it. And not just that, but we have the ability to actually change the world in the same way or in a similar way as crypto. So that's why, I've jumped fully in.
Yeah, I think crypto is actually on the same path. I've seen a lot of charts on this. I don't have any at the ready so I can show the audience. But yeah, crypto is actually on the same growth path as the internet. I think we're, comparatively speaking, probably around the 99 or 2000 areas. Hopefully we don't get a bust, but yeah, we're around the 99 or 2000 as far as adoption levels, which, it should be exciting for a lot of people that are still entering the space and just thinking that this is going to be too late. Hell, look at the internet now. And basically crypto is basically on the internet. So it's just another level of it's another application of the internet. But the adoption curve is just like when the internet started. It just rose really rapidly. And,
That's right.
The adoption of Bitcoin and crypto is on that same pace right now. So, but yeah, it's interesting. So 2017, and then when did you decide to throw your hat into the ring and be a founder?
So again, 9 months ago, I say 9 months ago because that's when I moved to Vietnam officially. I moved to Da Nang with my co-founder, and we really started, full time on open world. But really, it was about 2 years ago, or maybe about 2 years ago, I invested into open world, and got involved, got to know it more, and it really just kind of helped advise the team. And it was 9 months when I finally moved here. And I don't know if you want to hear the idea of like what the product is.
Yeah,
but,
for sure. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, that's right. But so we had this insight that, what we're doing with liquidity pools in terms of being investors in liquidity pools and this kind of high yield that you can get if you optimize it and manage it well, we can automate that for everyone. And even though it was technically difficult in the sense of, if you really think about kind of what liquidity pools are and how they're managed and how to optimize them, it does require like some different minds to kind of come together, both on the investment side and on the technical side, to really kind of make it work, which is why there hasn't been a product like this. But what the open world portfolios do is they allow you to invest into a portfolio of liquidity pools. So you're diversified across multiple liquidity pools with one token, and then we do all of the optimization of that investment for you, so that, for example, you will be into 3 different liquidity pools. We will keep you balanced so that your BTC position, your ETH position, your stablecoin position all stay within that same relative balance that we initially put in there, and then we keep you within the optimized range, so that your crypto or your liquidity is kind of trading as much as possible to generate as high a return as possible. And then really importantly, the auto compounding piece, which, as you know, what they say is compounding is the 8th natural wonder of the world. Right. We want to keep on compounding that reward into your liquidity pool positions so that it can grow even faster, especially over time. So the longer you keep the liquidity pool active, the longer and bigger it gets and the more yield that it returns. So when you put all those things together, it was like automating this really like magical yield generating position that like could make people a lot of money and make it more of a passive investment than what we were doing, which is required a lot more time and effort.
Yeah, I think the icing on the cake with crypto, I mean, if you're in one of the top cryptos like Bitcoin or ETH, of course you're going to get you're going to get that compounding effect, and actually Bitcoin has actually outperformed a lot of the traditional safe havens or like gold and over the past 15 years. But I think it's icing on the cake to have that also generating yield on top of the compounding, and
That's the key.
and for a lot of people, I was in my 20s until I didn't even learn the rule of 72. You know the rule of 72, where you take, you remember the rule of 72? I'm sure your co-founder does, or if he's in traditional.
I've heard it, but what?
Well, you take whatever percentage rate of return investment that you have, you divide that into 72. So if it's 12%, a lot of mutual funds in the U.S. used to be 12%. I don't think they're quite that yet anymore. But you divide that 12 into 72, and it basically gives you the number of years it takes to double. And this is basically a compound interest type of shorthand calculator. And a lot of people use that to just, try to figure out, okay, when is my money going to double? And so, of course, if you've got something like with your product, I don't know if it's generating extra 6% or 12%,
It's
whatever.
actually, so it depends on the portfolio. We have two main portfolios.
Yeah.
We have a Bitcoin focused portfolio and a balanced portfolio that includes altcoins as well as Ethereum and Bitcoin.
Okay.
The Bitcoin focused one is yielding around 15%.
Wow.
And that's only including the yield that's being generated, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't include kind of like, the upside of what
Right.
Bitcoin has. So you're stacking on top of it. And then the balanced portfolio, which includes the different alts, that's yielding between 30 and 50%. So again, a lot higher. It has more risk.
On top of the actual
Price accumulation.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, so it's an incredible opportunity. It's a passive income opportunity, and as long as you believe that Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc., the altcoins, especially over the next 6 months, should go up, you'll be happy. However, I've been investing into the portfolios for the past 2 months, and as you know, the past 2 months, the market has been going down.
Oh yeah.
But because I've been dollar cost averaging, and on top of the return just sitting there, I've been stacking returns, the yield on it. So I've made over $300, USDT equivalent, on top of my stake sitting there. So now I'm back above my buy-in price because I've been DCAing and stacking that yield on top of it.
Wow. So that's actually a good way. You can actually generate money. I like in a bear market. Because, as 2018 hit, this, for everybody that doesn't know, the market tanks for about 2 years, usually, plus or minus 6 months. It usually tanks for about 2 years, and then it goes up for about 2 years. So that's kind of on average what Bitcoin and the crypto market does. But yeah, this actually would be a great thing to utilize. Now, is there a lock-in period?
There's no lock-in period.
Okay.
You can stake in whenever you want, and you can take it out whenever you want. You will receive all your returns whenever you unstake it.
Okay.
And what's nice, to your point about it being a good investment during the up market, down market, flat market, regardless,
Yeah.
we make money based on volume. Like if people are trading, either they're buying or selling, we don't really care. We get to make money on either side because we're just providing the liquidity as liquidity pool providers.
Okay. Now, is there a fee to exit? I know some of the pools they ding you on the fees when you exit liquidity. Is that something?
Zero fee to exit, and we in fact discussed that because initially my thinking was like, look, we want to incentivize people to stay there as long as possible because compounding gets bigger over time, so we want to incentivize that behavior. But it just seemed a little predatory and a little bit, like you mentioned, like some other tools that do that, it kind of gives you a bad flavor.
Yeah, it does give you a bad,
and so we
that.
don't have that. In fact, we have some of the lowest fees in all of DeFi. We only charge 0.45% of the amount staked annualized.
Okay.
And then for the rewards, we charge only 4.5% on the rewards. So that's only like on the profit piece. So nothing on your actual investment. We only charge 4.5% on the return, on the yield that you're getting from the liquidity pool.
So that's actually better than Vanguard, right?
Oh, much better, yeah. And a much better return.
Yeah, way better return. Now, do you have like multiple different pools, and how does that work? I mean, do you have ability to pull up the platform and share with people? And
yeah, that'd be great.
so
Great idea.
How they would get involved. Now, this is on Arbitrum, right?
That's right. We're built on Arbitrum, and the reason we're able to kind of build the product as it is because we were able to build it on the layer 2. You know, as you know, like things were just Ethereum a year or two ago was just incredibly expensive to do anything on. And so now that we have multiple layer 2s, including Arbitrum, we can do things like rebalance your portfolio, auto compound your portfolio very quickly, continuously at a very low cost. So that's why we're doing it.
Now
So
how does this rebalancing work? I mean, is this something that's automated?
That's right. We all that basically, it has a bunch of
I'm losing you. Hold on
portfolios, but we
second,
also
Adrian.
auto compound you. Okay.
I think I lost you for a second. I don't know if it's a bad internet connection at my end or your end. But okay, go ahead. I got you back.
All right, no worries. So yeah, the compounding works on a multiple times a week, as well as the rebalancing, and we take into account market as well as kind of the fees, because every once in a while there'll be like a spike in activity on Arbitrum, for example, and the fees might be too high. Okay. So we take all of that into account. But the idea is to continually auto balance you, auto compound your interest. So as you see, we really have 3 main portfolios. The BTC exposure, which gives you exposure into 3 different liquidity pools: USDC BTC, BTC USDT, and BTC Ethereum, which is nice because that means it gives you exposure. You're again diversified across multiple liquidity pools, and you get exposure to both stable coins and to Ethereum all in one pool. Okay. That's yielding about 14%, and that's an actual estimate APR, not like the fake APRs that you might see that are like expected. We really have gone above and beyond to try to estimate a more accurate APR. And it obviously will vary because the volume and etc. So we actually feel very conservative about the APR that we're posting here. And then the second pool that we have is the balanced 5-pool portfolio, which basically gives you invested into 5 different liquidity pools. So again, you're more diversified, but now it gives you more diversified into Ethereum and other altcoins. And that's yielding about over 30%. Again, it varies. At points, it was over 50%. It's gone down to about 30, but it's kind of vacillates between there. And especially during the bull market, when volume picks up, that just makes you even more money. Again, we win on either side, whether the market is going up or down.
Okay. And so you guys are utilizing Uniswap pools then, basically, right? It looks like
mostly Uniswap pools, and the reason we do that is because we want to, as we did all the research, a big part of the value that we provided. So we did all of the research to research all of the liquidity pools available across all of Arbitrum and all the DEXs, and we only want to invest in the safest one. So our goal was to make it that's highest yielding, but also safest, like lowest risk of impermanent loss, lowest risk of any kind of rug pull or anything like that. So that's why we only chose to invest into the biggest DEXs. So that would be Uniswap, and we have also a SushiSwap in there. But as we continue to research, we will bring more in. In this example, for the balanced 5-pool portfolio, you see this is our APR. We have about 30K in that has been invested in this, and about $2,500 has already been earned just from people staking into it, and then the kind of passive income that's coming from the staking.
And that's from this year or for?
That's only the past 2 months.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So that's pretty incredible. And that's on top of the compounding that they're getting, if on top of the growth of the actual underlying asset too, right?
Well, it's because it is it's the return based on the compounding. It takes compounding into account in the sense that this is the actual money that has been earned, but it's being earned because we are continually optimizing it. But just like compounding, like over time, that growth will grow even faster because again, we're compounding that return into the investment itself.
There's one of my mentors a long time ago, after I was talking to this happening too, he told me about the doubling the penny every day. You double the penny every day for a month, and accumulate that, and doubling it every day. How much you think that'll be at the end of 30 days?
Right.
You know how much that would be? Have you done that exercise?
No, but I have a similar exercise that kind of does the same thing. But yeah, it's like it's like a ridiculous amount.
Yeah, it's like 5.3 million, and a lot of people are like baffled by that. But yeah, that's the effect of compounding and doubling your money. And Bitcoin historically has done about almost 200% a year. So it's actually doubling twice. If you got in at the inception 15 years ago, oh man.
Oh my God, yeah. But like that's the tricky part, right? I mean, like most people, including myself, you get into crypto, you make a little bit of money, you're like, oh man, this is amazing. Let me start trading and moving around and kind of trying to 100x my meme coin, whatever it is. And then at some point you kind of become a more seasoned investor and you realize, okay, let me just take the crypto that I have and make it generate yield for me. Yeah. That's how you truly build wealth over time, especially with an asset that we know is transformative and is going to continue to grow. We know Ethereum is going to grow. We know Bitcoin's going to grow. Take those two assets, go full in, let it compound for you, and we can do that for you on Open World.
Nice. Yeah, it's funny because the traditional FI, they look at the whole Bitcoin and crypto market as risky. People that's in crypto like you and I, we look at Bitcoin and Ethereum as safe,
right?
And the meme coins and all this new stuff as risky. But I still try to play around every now and then. I don't put a lot of assets in any of this in any of the risky stuff anymore. But I've moved my mindset towards like the traditional finance guys. Okay, we're gonna put 1% in this risky stuff. And the risky stuff is like the meme coins and all of this new stuff that's coming out.
I have some of that too. It's true, yeah.
So there's a lot of interesting stuff going on Tone Network as well. So
there is.
Yeah, it's just but it's a never-ending battle with this technology. There's so many things coming out. I'm sure you've seen some of the stuff here in Vietnam. Some of the projects that's coming here, some of the people that I've come across who have projects, they're numerous.
Yeah, and I'm actually like not against like meme coins or NFTs or gamefi or any of those other things that are more retail or kind of everyday user oriented. A DeFi, I think, requires a little bit of like more of an investment or financial background to fully grasp like how great it is, how great of an opportunity it is. But what's really nice about things like meme coins and traders, etc., is that it does bring people into the ecosystem. It gets people to go ahead and I'll download this wallet so that I can go ahead and go to this DEX and buy this meme coin. Okay, at least now you have a wallet. Now you know what a DEX is. And now, do you know how it works? Well, that's when like people start taking the next step and learning about liquidity pools and learning about DeFi. And so, yeah, I think it's it's just part of the growth process and maturity process of what DeFi and crypto is.
Yeah, now you can get a smart wallet. I mean, they've got the wallets nowadays where you can just you don't need a 12 or 24 word passphrase. You can just use a login, use your
Yeah.
social login, and you'll have a wallet.
Yep.
And
That's right.
it's stored right into the same files as your other passwords.
That's your phone, exactly. Yeah, and then which is secure. That's the hard part. It's hard to use. Just like the internet, crypto is hard to use right now. If you wanted to go pay, I don't know where you are right now. It looks like a coffee shop, but if you wanted to go to if you wanted to pay for your coffee right now, like, you probably can't. And even if you really wanted to, like, it would take you a long time to get them to figure it out. But one day it'll be easy. And wallets are the same way. They're MetaMask is like notoriously complex. Gravy is a little bit better, and now there's even better ones. So yeah, it's getting better.
I remember when I first wanted to use MetaMask, and there was actually no documentation or any videos online. I had to go dig, and I finally found a video. It's a very short video, but I actually was able to watch this little very short video to figure out, okay, this is what I need to do. Now, does somebody have to get on MetaMask or use that wallet to use Open World, or can they?
Currently, yes, you do need a Web3 wallet. We are talking to other wallet makers to like possibly integrate it into the wallet itself, so that you could invest into the portfolio directly from the wallet. I think that would be really amazing. So if there's any wallet makers that are out there, we'd be interested in that. But
so does it work for MetaMask and Exodus, or what's the two wallets?
Yep, it works for MetaMask, Gravy, Exodus, any of those. I will say also, I'll give a shout out to our community manager, Ivory. So she's Ola Ivory on Twitter. She has actually done some how-to videos on how to stake into the open world portfolio that you can search on YouTube. So and we have those on our documentation page here, where we.
Nice. And
we have a wiki that provides.
That's ow.finance, right?
That's right, ow.finance. Okay. And on our wiki, we have information about our tokenomics, about how to use it, about all of our fees, and we also have videos on, how to buy the token if you're interested in that, and how to actually invest into the open world portfolio if you wanted to do that. So that's a YouTube video. So yeah, we're trying to build it out as much as we can to make it as easy as possible for anyone to be able to get that high return.
Nice, man. Sounds like you guys are off to a nice start. And I met Ivory online with the spaces we did a couple of weeks ago too. That was
yeah, that was really nice. I'm glad you came on.
Yeah, she's very, very energetic.
Yeah, she's a great community manager. So we're so lucky to have her, and it's cool. Like we're all kind of building our own community and being part of different communities. I love that we are, you and me and many others, the people watching here, like we're part of the Vietnam crypto community, and we're helping build it, and we're still early.
Yeah, we're still early, and there's a lot of people that are into crypto. I mean, I tell people every day what we're doing and with the channel, and you'd be surprised, man, how many people have invested in crypto. I just met someone, I just moved, and I met one of the neighbors the other day. She told me, oh yeah, I invested in crypto. She was naming the crypto that she invested in last cycle. I was like, wow, this is a conversation that would never occur hardly in any circle in America. I mean, I know there's a lot more people that are invested in crypto now in America, but I remember before I left, man, I would say something about crypto, and you see the eyes glaze over, and people would be like, well, okay, what are you talking about? And then I would start the conversation with Bitcoin, and they would, oh, Bitcoin, then they would know.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, did you have anything else to add? You just came back from Token 2049 too, didn't you?
Yeah, I got back from Token 2049 like 3 days ago. Me and Tree, our CEO, and the COO, Ngan, we all went to Token 2049 to kind of see what products are out there to partner with, and also tell people about open world, look for potential partners and customers, and yeah, it's a great conference. Singapore is a beautiful city, quite more expensive than Vietnam though.
Way more expensive.
Yeah. We have it pretty good here, not gonna lie. But there's a lot of great builders and thinkers that some of them that build in Singapore, but many of them that just came to Singapore for Token 2049, and it was a really good conference. I'm glad I went.
Yeah, they had about. I was listening to Arthur Hayes talk about it. He said they had like 10,000 people last year at Token 2049 Singapore, because they got Token 2049 Singapore, and then they got one in Dubai. But last year, the one in Singapore had only 10,000 people, but this year they doubled that.
Yeah,
So
it was huge.
The crypto market is actually compounding. So this is what I was saying. We're probably like 99, 2000. If we were on the adoption curve of the internet, we're comparatively speaking in the crypto world, we're only at 25 years ago.
Yeah,
Which
right.
I can't even imagine what the crypto world's going to be like in 25 years. I mean,
That's right.
It's probably going to be everywhere.
Yeah, it's gonna change the world, man,
Oh, it's
and we're part of it.
no doubt, man, no doubt. Some very exciting things happening here. But yeah, did you have anything else to add, or did you say anything else about?
No, I would just encourage people that if you want to have like a more passive income stream that's high yielding and safe, check out Open World, ow.finance. And then if you want to kind of get to know our community, get to know us, like our founders are all on Telegram, at Open World Global on Telegram. So check out our community there. I know you and I talk on Telegram, and that's kind of where crypto kind of has a lot of community. And yeah, I'm AGV on Twitter if you want to follow me there. Yeah, just come check out Open World. I think we have an amazing investment product that can make a lot of people financially free.
All right, man. Yeah, that's it. I definitely applaud you guys, man. You got a really amazing product, and I like how you guys have the balancing thing, because that's always been a challenge for me, trying to balance the portfolio.
Yeah, that's.
So I like that.
Thanks, David.
But yeah, if you have anything else, man, what else was you gonna say, Angel?
No. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate Vietnam Insights. I hope you guys continue to grow, and it's cool to be here early days, kind of while you're out here, out in a cafe with the honks, with all the honking in the back. It's all part of growing, man.
Hey, man, this is a community for me. I love Vietnam. I was actually just talking to one of the other influencers here. He's a big time influencer, kind of a different mode. He's not doing anything crypto, but China Mac, I was telling him, I was like, look, I said, the thing that I like about here is the sense of community. It's a really people are down to earth. Everybody's relatable. Very little friction when you see interactions with people. So I mean, it's just kind of just a friendly, kind of calm environment, not volatile like the U.S.
Yeah, that's right.
So plus I can go out and get a $1. So I think I'm about to go out and get me a $1 soup here in a little bit.
Yeah.
I got a place right down the street. I got a $1 noodle soup. So,
Nice. Yeah, it's time for me to get my afternoon smoothie
Oh
too.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh yeah. Get the Cinto, man. Cinto.
Cinto Suave ball.
Oh, okay.
For me.
I usually get both choy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
There you go.
Banana avocado for those who don't know.
All right.
But yeah, next time I'm up at the Da Nang, man, we'll have to hang out together, man.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it. Good seeing you, Terrence.
All right, Angel. Thanks a lot for sharing about your product there, man. And
sounds good.
We'll have you on again when you have some more developments.
Sounds good. We'll do. See ya.
All right. Thanks so much, brother.